through a cruel twist of fate that two of the form sides of the end of season will go head-to-head for a place in the semi-finals. The Celtic Dragons, who defeated the Jaguares in round 13, the only team to do so this season, will be going up against the Guardians of the Crib, the team that drew with the high-flying Flakers in round 13. Neither deserves to go home, but due to their finish, due to their inconsistencies, only one will make it to the semi-finals. It's the Dragons versus the Guardians in quarterfinal number 2. Hello everyone and welcome back along to your home of rugby and the subscriber series, the Global Rugby Challenge, the series where you guys take on the world's elite, and now we're in the real part of the season, you take on each other as well. The crowd is absolutely buzzing with excitement as they are viewing in on the second quarterfinal between the Dragons and the Guardians. Looking up forward to tonight's matchup, the Celtic Dragons at home due to their superior 4th place finish during the regular season. They have that home crowd advantage tonight, and their team, well, it's unchanged. And why would you change it as well? What a performance in round 13 by these 15 men to take out the Jaguares. Something no side has managed to do this season. An amazing feat indeed it was. 20 points to 10 back in round 13. This side, though, unchanged, like I said. Regan Hall, Daniel Jenkins and Buzz Cricket Daniel will be their front row. Adam Jones and Craig Anderson in the middle of the pack, with Caleb Cook, Milton Simiyu and Christian Tornatore finishing off that whole forward pack. Payman Silva gets the nod again at 9, and Will Rogers will run things from 10. Tekogs and Conley will be in midfield with Steve Tekogs, the captain, once more. Callum Ewing and Ivan Jones will be on the left and the right wings, with once again Ian Ferguson safe at fullback for the Dragons last week, and we'll be hoping more of the same from him yet again tonight. Quarterfinal rugby though, what a time to show up. Up against them, the Guardians of the Crib. Now this is a team that has been very inconsistent, but really probably put in their best performance in that 21-all draw with the Flakers in round 13. They too have gone with an unchanged side, and this is a team that really has grown and developed and shown their own version of rugby with a backline that has so many playmakers but just enough finishes on those outside channels. The pack though has held its own as well. When you've got a player like Kieran Jones at number 8, you know you've got a powerful, fast and agile back row in your possession. James Wanyama and Daniel Vera will be alongside him at 7 and 6, with the two Michaels, Shepherd and Joseph at 4 and 5. Isaac Fisheroy will be on the loose side of the front row, with Basafle Thundra hooker and Oliver Bowers on the tight head. That back line I talked about, full of creators, full of playmakers. You look at Lewis Gardner, Don Butler, Louis Evans and Tom Guest from 9, 10, 12 and 13. They can all share that load. They can all share that ability to create and to play make from first receiver all the way throughout that midfield. Asher Antonio, he needs to finish, as does Captain Heston Garner. And we all know Adonga Wanyama is the man that can come into the line and wreak havoc when he needs to. This is the tale of two Titans who have come on strong at the right time. Who will make it to the semi-finals to take on the Jaguares? Will it be a rematch for the Dragons, or will the Guardians flip the tables and make their way into the semi-finals yet again? We find out right now as kickoff is about to get underway. Well, it would almost be amazing to see the Dragons face off against the Jaguares again, but the Guardians, I'm sure, will have plenty to say about that. And it will be with Don Butler. Guardians in the white and blue. It is the green and blue of the Dragons who are receiving. And up goes Milton Samir. Great take straight off the kickoff. And the Dragons will get the ball for the first time. Daniel Jenkins loves to score a try as the hooker, and he goes for an only run. Great pass as well. They've got space on the outside already. It's Callum Ewing with a bit of room on the left-hand edge. Taken down eventually at the back. Nicely worked from Wanyama. Here's another run from Jenkins. In the thick of the action already are the Celtic Dragons. Caleb Cook, got to look out for him. Brilliant pass again, and more room on the left side for Adam Jones. Here's Callum Ewing! Ewing dummies! Puts in the grubber as his ankle tapped and it'll go dead. Oh, Callum Ewing starts off with a hiss and a roar. 2 touches and 2 almost tries as well. Maybe I thought he would have backed himself a bit more there. But a good try-saving ankle tap from the Guardians' defence just put him astray. Don Butler back against the wall here. 22 dropout, finding Silver. And there's some more space on the left side. It's Caleb Cook again. He rumbles his way towards the 22. It's been all the Dragons early on. Silver drops it out to Rogers. Inside ball nicely from Waithunga. And there's another break. Straight through the guts goes Connolly. And a desperate tackle at the end from Winyama. It's just enough to slow him down. 10 metres out now. Payment Silver, knocked on! Will Rogers the error, and all that possession, all that pressure is released from Don Butler as he takes advantage and he kicks downfield. Now here's Minnip Jones finding Silver, another great pass, and this time it's Daniel. Turnover ball, big play from Waithunga, and it's thumped away from Tom Guest. Straight down the throat of Ferguson. Goes back on, big tackle there on Callum Ewing. But they slow it down now, do the Dragons. Silver, well, I thought he was going to slow it down. He took a little snipe and he stumped it downfield. That is a huge kick. Massive punt. 5 metres out from the Guardians line. Winyama takes it back, and that is a huge effort. Big chase down the right from the Dragons, and Winyama has no choice but to hit this in the touch. And it is a 6 metre line out from the line for the Dragons. Massive, massive, massive play from Payman Silver. Anderson wins it at the back. Rogers fires out left-hand side. Tacons out to Callum Ewing. Opening try will come. There it is. Unselfishly, Ewing gives away to Oscar Connolly. And the Dragons strike first. That is brilliant play. But give all the credit to Payman Silver for his humongous kick and the pressure of the chase down the right edge. Over Minnip Jones, brilliant work from him. And then the pressure to force a kick wide from Winyama, and that created a set piece. 5 or 6 out, too easy from that position. Rogers did well, out to Tekogs, the brains of the operation at 10 and 12. And then Callum Ewing goes for the sure thing over the risky finish. So many numbers out there. Oscar Connolly back in the team. He's not featured as much as he would like. He's not really performed as well as he would like, but the last 2 weeks he has shone for these Dragons. An important kick here, 20 minutes in from Will Rogers. Oh, that was sweet and juicy from Will Rogers as he smacks it over from the left-hand edge. And it is a 7-pointer for the Celtic Dragons. They lead after 20. And poor old Don Butler, he's had not much to do but kicking off and kicking from the 22. He goes deep this time, and a bit of a tussle there between a couple of Dragons players for the kickoff. They put it down nicely, and they secure possession. Here is Payman Silver. He's done it again. Another huge kick from Payman Silver. This time it might go a little bit too deep into the end goal when Winyama places it down. But again, a very good chase from Minnip Jones right there, putting pressure on Winyama. But Payman Silver, he really has the game on a thread at the moment. We talk about the Guardians playmakers. Well, they're having no show against Payman Silver at the moment. Here come the Dragons again. Jenkins, wide, Callum Ewing double left-hand edge, Ewing for the corner, takes on Winyama, great off for it! Oh, and it's almost in for Adam Minnip Jones, but a penalty to the Guardians. Adam Minnip Jones not releasing the tackle, and Payman Silver says, don't worry, my son, we've got this game on the control at the moment. The Guardians are hanging on by a thread, but that was a huge turnover there from the fullback for the Guardians, Adonga Winyama. He has been in the thick of it already. Big turnover, big play. Now it is Waithunga who will have the line out throat, and he goes to the front. They've made a bit of a mess of it, but Peter's done well at the back as Shepherd does brilliantly as well with Joseph, but a big tackle there. Don Butler getting dominated in the tackle, and a turnover to the Celtic Dragons once more. Brilliantly worked from Anderson, and it's going to be the Dragons through. Payman Silver held on to it too long. He looked left and right. He couldn't decide where to give it. Now the Guardians change directions. Out wide, Don Butler. And he eventually has kicked a touch. He was unmarked. He had time and he had space. And he just looked for the sensible and clever option to go for touch. But this game is starting to turn. Daniel Jenkins will throw. He hits his man as well. Adam Minnip Jones is there at the front. Well, let's talk about Payman Silver. Look at him there at the back. He's just flouncing with the plate. Now it's Regan Hall. Left side, Oscar Connolly. Oh, boots away one. Connolly takes on a second and he's picked up and driven over the line. Wanyama again. Boy, oh boy, there's a battle on at the moment, isn't there? Wanyama versus every Dragons back player. He is facing up to the pressure. It could be 3 or 4 tries in. Dominance from the Dragons. Now a bit of ball for the Guardians as Kieran Jones runs to the line, finding support this time. James Wanyama, they turn around the corner. Isaac Vashui, it's there again for Louis Evans, who runs and gets up to halfway. Does the inside centre, a rare touch for Evans. Pick and go from Kieran Jones. He's going to be a big pressure player. This is a big scrum, a big ruck, I should say, from the Dragons. They turn it over. Oh, they are immense to the breakdown. Here is Callum Ewing once more, and he's knocked it on. Wanyama says thank you very much, and eventually Lewis Gardner kicks it away this time, plays the advantage. They don't want to go to half time, but Ian Ferguson says I've had enough. Surprisingly, the Dragons end it. They've been the better team, and rapidly like that. 7-0, in control are the Dragons' possession and territory. Yes, from the scoreboard, it is just the 1 try for the home team. Is that going to be enough? I would struggle to see it being that way. 6 line breaks to 2. It is all going the way of the home team, but the Guardians yet to fire a shot. Will the second half turn that all around? Let's find out. 40 minutes still to come. Contrasting quarterfinals already. Well, Will Rogers is on the ball. He's not had to kick off yet. He's been the one in control, and he'll be disappointed, I think, as the Dragons should be. They did not put more points on the board. That's been missed. The kickoff is safe, and Samiu has come through and stolen it. It is all the Dragons. Silva turns around the corner. Tickles nicely there, and here's a run. Clint Duggan has got work there on defence. Wide ball out from Jenkins, finding open Minute Jones, and the try is there. Second try. It's all the Dragons. Oh, they look good. Boy, they look good. They are shutting out the Guardians here. Big time plays. Silva turned it back on the inside. Daniel Jenkins done well. Here was Botskakina. Daniel chased down, as we said, by Waifunga. The front rowers doing all the hard work at defence and attack. But it was all spark. Payman Silva again. Brilliant play. Daniel and wide to the finisher, Ivan Minute-Jones. Oscar Connolly right there looking for his second. This has been a clinic, a real clinic by the Dragons. Another day, this could be different, but these guys are in hot form. So here is the conversion. Will Rogers lines up, steps up, takes it over. And that is a clutch kick yet again, 14 points to 0. This is surprising. This really is surprising. We are just 4 minutes into the second half. And when we look at the scoreboard, it says 14-0 Dragons. It should probably say about 40-0 Dragons. They've had all the possession, all the chances. As they go deep to Will Rogers. And it's a slow breakdown here, but the Dragons do come in for it. Minute-Jones to play scrum half, and he's got a bit of support too. Silva gets a nice little handoff there from Adam Minute-Jones, who's running hard at the line defensively. Tecox, pick and go, short side play, nice one as well. Slipped inside and Will Rogers involved again. Caleb Cook certainly being the man we expect him to be, but look at this from the Guardians. Oh, it's slow, but they turn it over. Here's a little break to the left side, Antonio finding the man, the big man, Kieran Jones. And that's a dangerous combination. Here's Lewis Gardner. Oh, that is a huge tackle and a turnover. And Ferguson thumps it downfield. Now they'll run it back. It's nice around the corner for Wanyama. That's James this time. And taking its contact is Louis Evans. 40 metres out. Tom Guest. Butler. Nicely. Finding it for Daniel Vero. In support there, but chose not to go to Waifunga. Hung on to the ball. 10-metre line. Again, it's Gardner. They change directions. This time Oliver Bowers goes back to heavy traffic. And he is demolished. Big play again. Here's Daniel. Buzzkick to Daniel. Up towards halfway, Cook, great short ball to Oscar Connolly. They break the line of fees to the Dragons. They are a star above at the moment. Here's another strong run from Caleb Cook. He's been in absolutely everything. Ewing opens it up now. Room for Silva. Oh, he gave it to Regan Hall. Probably should have hung on to that one there, Silva. He'll recycle. Quickly ball out for Silva. Jenkins out wide for Ivan Minute-Jones. He's got Daniel with him. Oh, he doesn't need him. He sells Wanyama, and inside, third try Dragons, and this could be it. Plain sailing for the form team of the GRC. The Celtic Dragons look to all but cement their place in the semi-finals. For Minib Jones, he looked hot in the second half against the Jaguares. Now he's turned up the heat another few degrees and goes in for a second try. Oh, extraordinary play from the Dragons. Daniel Jenkins, he sparked it all, but it was Payman Silver as well. He kept hitting that short side, hitting it and just manipulating and depleting the defensive numbers. And they create the chance. Daniel Jenkins on the same page. He loves to run in the back. And the home team, well, they're sailing home now, aren't they? Straight to the semi-finals. It's 21 points to nil. The Jaguares are waiting. And oh, I can't wait for that one. Do we speak too soon, however? There's still 20 minutes to go in this game. Guardians, well, they need 4 tries. Or 3 converted tries and a penalty or a drop goal or something. I'm sure they would love to just get on the board, but it's been all the Dragons. As Oscar Connolly, you've got to grab that. It's going to be a big turnover, it is. Kieran Jones does well. Now we've got a bit of action out wide. Heston Gardner and a chance for Oliver Bowers. Oh, wow. The tight head prop has just shown everyone up. And we've got an instant hit back. Guardians on the board. Oliver Bowers, take a bow. Where did that come from? Well, Connolly had no friends. Kieran Jones was up over him. Heston Gardner knew they had to go wide, and Oliver Bowers showed a clean set of heels around Ian Ferguson and Callum Ewing and put himself in the corner. Fantastic try from the tight head prop. But the smarts from Heston Gardner and a little 10-metre shuffle there from Oliver Bowers. He'll love that. He's got his team back in the game. Well, we said they needed points. They've got something on the board. Lewis Gardner, he's on the tee. So little possession have the Guardians had. It's a little wonder the scoreline is how it is, but it's been some good finishing from the Dragons. That is a perfect kick. Lewis Gardner, love the work of him there. Composure, just calmly lets the breeze do the work and slides it in from the left-hand side. Guardians now on the board of 7. They still trail by 14. 15 to play. Will Rogers gets us back underway. High one. Very high and competed for as well. And Michael Shepherd drags it down. And the Guardians get the ball back. Now they look to run through Dom Butler, who gets a good little shimmy through. Waiting for it is Gardner again. It's slow ball. That won't please him. Kieran Jones. Oh, that was a really poor pass. Gardner will need to do better. He runs himself this time. Simiyu manhandles the little scrum half. But somehow the Guardians recycle. Joseph turns around the corner. More room here. Kieran Jones. Oh, high tackle. Craig Anderson. Well, this could be a game changer now. Anderson's in the bin. Referee's not having any of it. Tickles. Oh, he's put his hands in his head. He can't believe it's the wrong way around. Head and hands. Doesn't matter. It's a yellow card. 10 minutes to play. They're going for the corner. Oh, what a call. Heston Gardner had to make the decision. Now we see leadership. Now we see desperation. Is there a chance for the Guardians to tie it up in the final 9 minutes? Waifunga to throw. 5-man line out. The 2 Michaels. Oh, it's just taken by Joseph at the back. It sits and waits for Bowers. He runs. Oliver Bowers! Oh my word! What a try from Oliver Bowers! He's got a double! That is brilliant! I've seen nothing like that from a tight head prop taking off the back of a maul, dummying his way through the defence, untouched, clean. He loves it. Well, put this one on the highlight reel. Oliver Bowers, that is extraordinary. Fantastic rugby. Set piece. They maul on the back of Michael Joseph. And Oliver Bowers, I love this work. Deceived everyone. And tight head prop never likes to run like that. Well, Oliver Bowers showing Daniel Jenkins and the likes who love to run the backline how it is done. Well, Anderson in the bin. Lead cut now to, well, it's 9. This conversion will make it 7. Take a deep breath, everyone. The Guardians are not done yet. Don't tell me more extra time. I don't think I can live through that. 5 minutes to play. We have a finish on our hands. I don't believe this. 21-0. Dragons fully in control. Will Rogers gets us underway. It's taken brilliantly from Fisore. Joseph gets the Shepherd. Could be a turnover. It will be. Big turnover there. Open bit of Jones out into midfield. Will Rogers spotted a huge hole. Shut down pretty quickly. Silver. He's relinquished control in this match recently. There's a nice little run here. Charging upfield from Adam Middop-Jones. Here's a pick and go from Oscar Connolly. Meets heavy resistance and he may lose the ball. It's a penalty. Oh, the Guardians are not done yet. Dragons trying to slow the game down. 80 minutes is up. It's a tap and they'll run. Butler gets it out wide. Kieran Jones. Oh, big fan and a huge tackle will end it. The Dragons survive. Oh, it was tight, but they do enough in defence. Kieran Jones, he was the key man, and he just could not do it alone. Two-man tackle taking him over the sideline, and the Celtic Dragons make their way for a round 13 rematch against the Jaguares. Oh, I can't wait for that. 21-14. Let's take a second to commend the amazing work of Oliver Bowers. Two of the greatest tries for not only any player, but a tight end prop. Fantastic. Gardner 2 conversions for the Dragons. Oscar Connolly and 2 for Ivan Middop-Jones as well. Will Rogers converting all 3. 21-14. Oliver Bowers and Payman Silver, my man of the match without a question about it. It was all the Dragons though, wasn't it? They led easily, possession, territory, they dominated this game, but they let their guard down. Anderson got a yellow card, that changed things massively. The Guardians, they sniffed a chance, and they almost took it all the way home as well. But it will be the Dragons who make their way to the semi-finals, where they will take on the Jaguares. I can't wait for that rematch. Let's take a look at how the fixtures list looks after that result. And history has repeated itself as for the second time this season, the Celtic Dragons have taken out the Guardians of the Crib. It was 17-14 back in about round 5 or 6. Today, 21-14. What a game though, such contrasting play between what we've seen in quarterfinal 1 and now in quarterfinal number 2. 31-24, Flakers go through. 21-14, Dragons go through. Domination for 55 to 60 minutes before completely losing their focus. They've done enough though to make their way into the semi-finals, and now the Jaguares, they will be sweating because they know that they've only lost to one team this season, and that was the Celtic Dragons. They had to take them on again. They are at home again, just like they were in round 13. It's a repeat fixture, and it is the first fixture up as well for the semi-finals. Jaguares versus the Celtic Dragons. Then it's the Pacific Tower. Yes, they still exist. It's been about 3 rounds since we've seen them. They had a bye in round 13. They skipped out the quarterfinals because they were a top 2 finisher, finishing in second. And now they've got to come up, face up against the Flakers in their semi-final matchup. For a place in the final, it'll either be the Jaguares or the Dragons versus the Toa or the Flakers. Remember, the Toa, new this season, never featured in any playoffs. They have a chance to be the first team in their first season since joining, along with the Dragons, who have never made a final either. They failed in their first season last season. This could be a team going straight to the very end. Imagine that, Toa versus Dragons, the 2 newest teams could be battling out for their first ever GRC title. That is something surely we have to look forward to. But before we look forward to that, let's look forward to this. First things first, Dragons versus the only remaining AI side, the Jaguares. Top qualifier, 1 loss all season. I'm going to say it a million times during this match, but it was to the Dragons that they lost. This one is going to be a cracker. I can't wait. Semi-final number 1. I'll see you for it. As always, big thanks to everyone supporting the videos on the channel and on the series as well. Hope you're enjoying it. We are ready for business. Dragons, Jaguares, I'll see you then. Take care.